Get ready. It's time to surround yourself with some of the best attractions Central Florida has to offer. It's time for the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast with your hosts, John and Anne Marie Carigliano.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our brotherly time. We're happy, giving and taking to the friends we're making. There's nothing we won't do. Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our happy time. This is a festival, and now the best of all. We're here to share it all.
Welcome to Season 4, Episode 21 of the Central Florida Sights and Sounds Podcast, bringing you the sights and sounds of Central Florida's world-class attractions, and I'm your host, John Carigliano. Of course, for the last time this season is the incomparable Miss Anne Marie.
Hi.
Well, it's the season finale!
Season finale!
And with a hurricane barreling down on us.
Yes.
So, anyway, we've reached the end of another fantastic season. We've done so many things, from getting to do the race through New York through Jimmy Fallon, to Yeehaw Bob, to Ellen, great movie ride, the music of Pandora.
Like the first to bring you Pandora.
Yeah, that's right. And so now we're drawing this season down for a close, and obviously we'll take a bit of a break, but we'll still be giving you some fantastic content on our YouTube channel.
And coming up next season will actually be a milestone episode for us. Episode 100.
And where we'll be bringing Anne Marie doing the big sky coaster here at Fun Spot America.
No.
It was worth a try. On this week's show, we're going to be bringing you some audio that Anne Marie went out and recorded at Epcot, which will be the 2 sets of Voices of Liberty, and of course, for the patriotic finale, the American Adventure.
Yes.
So, without any further ado, enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Voices of Liberty. Strike up the band, 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 strike up the band. Let the drums roll out, let the trumpet call, while the people shout. Strike up the band, get the cymbals ring, running one and all, to the martial swing. Strike up the band. There is work to be done, to be done. There's a prize, there's one to be won. Come, you son of a gun. Take
much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Voices of Liberty, and we welcome you to our home, the American Adventure. Hope you're all having a great time today here at Epcot. Now, we're going to be here singing for you for the next few minutes before you head upstairs and enjoy the main theater show. But before we continue, I would love to invite as many of you as possible to come a little bit closer. Our friends on the floor have the right idea. The best place to hear us is seated underneath this beautiful dome. So if you're on the floor, do us a favor, gang. Scoot all the way down to the edge of this red circle if you don't mind. Fill in some more space and make room for the folks in the back. Come join us and have a seat under the dome. It will enhance our sound quite a bit and make for a better show for you. So come on in, have a seat, and enjoy the music. If you're behind us, the only thing that
This one's end up on.
How's everybody doing today? We having a good time so far? Yeah. Awesome. We're having a great day too. We're going to sing some folk, patriotic, and Americana music for you. And I think you'll recognize this next folk song right away.
Lulu, skip to my Lulu, Lulu, skip to my Lulu, Lulu, skip to my Lulu, skip to my Lulu, my darling. Lulu, skip to my Lulu, Lulu, skip to my Lulu, Lulu, skip to my Lulu, skip to my Lulu, my darling.
I lost my partner, what'll I do? I lost my partner, what'll I do? I lost my partner, what'll I do? I'll skip to my Lou, my darling. Oh, Lulu, skip to my Lou, Lulu, skip to my Lou, Lulu, skip to my Lou,
Skip to my Lou, my darling.
never find one cute as you. I'll never find one sweet as you. Never gonna find one pretty as you. So I'll
Skip to my Lou, my darling.
oh,
Skip to my Lou.
What's your name?
Skip to my Lou. Skip to my
Hi there, sweetheart. Hi, what's your name? Caroline, will you come help me for a second? This is my new friend Caroline. Give her a round of applause. Turn around so everybody can see how beautiful you are. Hey, Caroline, where are you from? Riverside, California. That's a cool place to be from. And how old are you? 7 years old. Are you married? But you're so pretty and so nice. I bet you got a boyfriend back in California. No! Hey, how about a Disney boyfriend? How about our friend Josh? Oh, I was going to already ask if you'd like me to just leave you alone. Thank you so much for being on the show, Caroline. Give her a round of applause, folks. You know, Hollywood films have given us some great music over the years, and in 1939, a movie premiered that changed the landscape of cinema. It follows a girl on her journey through the magical and colorful world of Oz.
When all the world is a hopeless jungle and the raindrops tumble around, heaven opens a magic
that's where you'll find me. Where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow.
She's America's favorite lady. For millions, it's been love at first sight.
She's taller than the other girls and over 100 years old.
You can't really miss her. She weighs 225 tons.
Her right arm is 42 feet long. Just one of her fingernails weighs 100 pounds, and she stands 30 stories tall.
She's the Statue of Liberty, America's favorite lady.
She's been the thrilling first sign of freedom for millions of new citizens and the reassuring promise of liberty to those who claim her. These words, carved on her foundation, she offers to the whole world. Give me your tire. Give me your tire and your poor. Give me your tired and your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me your tired and your poor, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest, send them all to me.
Your poor
would love to invite as many of you as possible to come a little bit closer. Our friends on the floor have the right idea. The best place to hear us is seated underneath this beautiful dome. I know you're cozy on those benches back there, but I would encourage you to come and have a seat under the dome. It will enhance our sound and make for a better show for you. So now's a great time to come on in and enjoy the music. If you're behind us, you know that there's one direction in our show. However, you're coming out to the side or to the front if you'd like to. Yeah, come on in, folks. How's everybody doing today? We having a good time at Epcot so far? Yeah. Great day, too. We're going to sing simple, patriotic, and Americana music for you. And I think you'll recognize this next folk song right away. What do y'all think of our banjo? I come from Alabama with a banjo in my knee. I'm going to Louisiana, my dream of going to see. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry. The sun's so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry. Oh, Susanna, won't you cry for me? For I come from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. Now singing on the borders and all around. And when I find Susanna there, I'll roll around. But if I do not find her, this man will surely die. And I'm dead and buried. Susanna, don't you cry. That's all. America's first fight song has a melody that's over 500 years old. Born in Holland, it grew up in Italy, and then during the American Revolutionary War, the British brought it over here to make fun of our ragtag, untrained American troops. But we liked it. We liked it so much we sang it in every camp and battle and turned it into a song that the British later regretted. In fact, during the war, one British general was overheard saying, "I hope I never hear that song again." But he did at Yorktown when the British Army surrendered to General George Washington.
Yankee Doodle, keep it up.
Yankee Doodle Dandy,
Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy.
Yankee Doodle went to London just to ride a pony. Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
Yankee Doodle, keep it up.
Yankee Doodle Dandy,
Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Yankee Doodle, keep it up. Yankee Doodle dandy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy. Mind the music and the step, and with the girls be handy.
The Shakers are a religious group from our American history, and they left us with a wonderful legacy. That of a simple lifestyle and simply beautiful music.
tis a gift to be free,
'Tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and when true simplicity is gained, to know and to then we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. To be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and dear. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be
Thank you so much, folks. You've been a wonderful group to sing for today. We do have time for one more song before we go, and we want to dedicate this last song to all of the brave men and women of our American Armed Forces. Aren't you grateful for their service? We stand for our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land, for the land, for the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Joey, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the American Adventure. Now, to preserve the dignity of our show, we do ask you to please turn off your cell phones and refrain from videotaping and flash photography. Thank you, and now we proudly present the American Adventure.
America did not exist. 4 centuries of work, bloodshed, loneliness, and fear created this land. We built America, and the process made us Americans. A new breed, rooted in all races, stained and tinted with all colors, a seeming ethnic anarchy. Then, in a little time, we became more alike than we were different. A new society. Not great, but fitted by our very faults for greatness. Excuse me, Mr. Twain. Perhaps you recognize those inspiring words from one of America's great writers.
Hello, Dr. Franklin. I don't recall writing anything like that.
Oh, my. Of course not. They're from the pen of John Steinbeck, back in the 20th century. Why, it seems he has nearly the same spirit as the founding fathers themselves.
Well, listen to the proud elder statesman.
Mr. Twain, pride is one of our national passions. Even those who overcome it are proud of their humility.
Easy now. I was born modest. Fortunately, more often. Dr. Franklin is our genuine American MD. I suppose our story begins for you.
Actually, it started long before even my time. It started when dreams and visions of a new world were shrouded in the myths and legends of an old world. Finally, through those early mists of uncertainty, sailed the first great adventurers. This tiny ship is the Mayflower, carrying pilgrims in search of their dream of religious freedom. So, if you'll pardon an old man's pride, for me, this is the beginning of the American Adventure.
There's a land across this ocean I'm waiting to see, a land for these people who dream to be free. So stand by the mainsail, the fierce storms will race, aloft with immense our King Neptune will face. You think that these landlubbers never would last, this cargo of pilgrims 12 weeks for the mast. It's land ho, we hearties, at last we grow right, and praise be to God, nearly all have survived. But a look o'er this wilderness brings me to dread that the first bitter winter they leave all dead. They call themselves pilgrims, these poor wretched souls, with a dream to be free in the new world they're going.
Yes, far from welcoming the early settlers, this land severely challenged them. It was a struggle for survival that gained but a tiny toehold in a vast, untamed wilderness. In the decades that followed, a new challenge began to emerge. We were growing more and more apart from the mother country. Passion began to govern, and she never governs wisely.
Ah, the critters think it's fools we be. If they tax our trade, then our land be next, and soon all else we possess. Hear me now. You ask defense against the French and the Indians. Should you not help pay for it?
Parliament's colonial policy is both arbitrary and unjust. That's nonsense. The same tea that cost you 3 shillings a pound costs us 6.
First, we spoke out with our voices. Then, we spoke out with action. The growing defiance that led to the Boston Tea Party.
Hear ye! Hear ye! By
Finally, the time had come to speak with one voice in a declaration of independence. Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. Have you finished the new draft yet?
Those are new drafts all over the floor, Dr. Franklin. It seems one stroke of this pen brings 2 changes from Congress. I told you John Adams should have written this.
Oh, by his own admission, you can write circles around him.
Mr. Adams has not been prisoner in this law for 17 days. I shall continue tomorrow.
You must continue now. Thomas, it is difficult to make 13 clocks chime at the same time, but we must carefully justify this separation.
Dr. Franklin, while you slept soundly through the meeting this afternoon, we did manage to justify separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And to secure these rights,
spend another night of it. But at least you got shoes, mate. There's not a dozen left what can say that. Don't tell me, friend. Tell the good general then. Tell him that half his camp has got typhus, smallpox, or dysentery. And there be not a ration amongst us. Now we can forage for ingredients. Aye, what the English overindulge in our Philadelphia's fine food and drink. Tis a strange war we shoulder, George Washington. Congress sleeps warmly in York. And the British party in Philadelphia. And we freeze or starve to death here in Valley Forge. The days of Valley Forge, my boys, forever we must hail. We fight the cold with passion of feet as the monster backs regale. The time will come when they'll be on the run and their ships will homeward sail. Oh, it's a great delight to march and fight along the victory trail. It's a great delight to march and fight along the victory trail.
In the end, we, the people, prevailed and achieved perhaps our greatest dream. 13 very different colonies became the United States of America, and we were free to become an entire nation of dreamers and doers.
Westward bound, Dr. Franklin, to new frontiers.
To the age of Samuel Langhorne Clemens.
Well, I like to think Mark Twain was part of all that. Yes, sir, Dr. Franklin. You founding fathers gave us a pretty good start, don't you know? We still had some things to learn the hard way. Seems a whole bunch of folks found out we, the people, didn't yet mean all the people. Folks like Frederick Douglass.
Even amidst the cricket song here along Mark Twain's beloved Mississippi, I hear the noise of chains and the crack of the whip. Yet there is hope. Hope born from the words of Harriet Beecher Stowe. Uncle Tom's Cabin has given our nation a key, which can unlock the slave prison to millions. Anti-slavery is no longer a thing to be prevented. It is grown too abundant to be snuffed out like a lantern.
like Douglas got us into this mess. He only wanted freedom, not war.
Well, listen to my abolitionist brother. What?
Pa, he's gonna make a real good Philly Yankee. We got a good call, Johnny Graham.
Why, both of you, you're gonna ruin Pa's birthday.
No. Ain't nothing gonna ruin today. We're all together. That's what counts. Now, you go ahead, Mr. Brady.
All right, everybody. Oh, real still now.
Two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, two brothers on their way, one more blue and one more gray. One more blue and one more gray, as they marched along their way. The fife and drum began to play, all on a beautiful morning. One was gentle, one was kind, one was gentle, one was kind. One came home, one stayed behind, a cannonball, don't pay no mind. A cannonball, don't pay no mind, if you're gentle or if you're kind. It don't think of the folks behind, all on a beautiful morning. All on a beautiful
At last, the terrible Civil War ended. The time had come to rebuild our shattered nation. And a new wave of immigrants would help us do it. From around the world they came, these new Americans. 1,000 noble courage and all pouring into one. Seems there was a new dawn coming for the American adventure.
Enough of your words. Let your new dawn lead to the final sunset on my people's suffer. When I think of our condition, my heart is heavy. I see men of my own race treated as outlaws or shot down like animals. I hope that all of us may be brothers, with one country around us and one government for all. From where the sun now stands, I will fight no more, forever.
The wisdom of the great Chief Joseph reminded us once again of our long, painful journey to the frontiers of humanity.
Woman has shown equal devotion to man to the cause of freedom. Together, they have made this country what it is. We ask justice. We ask equality be guaranteed to us and our daughters forever.
Well, here we are, back in the heat of Franklin's Philadelphia again. We're 100 years old today. We came a long way in that first century. And like Susan B. Anthony, we're still speaking out.
And why shouldn't we, Mr. Twain?
As Tom Edison says, discontent is the first necessity of progress.
Edison, afraid I don't place a name.
Edison that young phonograph inventor. Why, this great hall is filled with new inventions. There's Otis Elevator, Corliss magnificent steam engines.
And don't forget me telephone, the true hallmark of progress.
Aha! Behold the proud Scots.
That's right. Carnegie Steel built this place.
Aye, and it'll soon build a new concert hall for New York.
Oh, Carnegie Hall, eh? It'll never last. Donating libraries. Andy, that's a grand idea.
It's an age for grand ideas. An era for innovation.
A dawn for new awareness.
A time to challenge the frontiers of a new century. Yes, sir. We soared into the 20th century on the wings of invention and the winds of change. But our America the Beautiful, she was changing too. We needed people like Teddy Roosevelt and an outspoken naturalist, John Muir, to get our attention.
Beautiful. Bully beautiful. Those falls are magnificent.
Aye, Mr. President. But it won't last if the timber thieves have their way.
John, you may be right, but the country's growth is putting a tremendous demand on our resources.
Any fool can destroy trees. Why, for more than 3,000 years, God has cared for our giant sequoias, saved them from drought, disease, avalanches, and floods. But he cannot save them from fools.
Now, John, you know I can't ask lumbering to stop completely.
All I ask is that we stop massive destruction. What will our children inherit? Seedlings?
Of course not. I realize we're not building this country for a generation alone. I know we've got to expand our parks.
Then start it here and now. Make this valley a part of Yosemite National Park.
Well, I guess we needed those national parks. Seems the simple life of my day was slipping away. Ready or not, we were soon thrust into the hectic role of a world leader and into the war to end all wars.
Non-stop hours after his departure from New York, Captain Charles Augustus Lindbergh successfully landed his Spirit of St. Louis in Paris last week. Lucky Lindy's solo flight across the Atlantic has certainly placed him among the greatest in a long line of American pioneers.
Today, October 29th, 1929, Wall Street became America's greatest ball of trouble. This stock market crash has tarnished the golden dreams of millions.
Spare dime? Sure. Buy 4 of my apples, and I'll loan you back to 10 cents.
Hey, Sam, I heard tell there's New York millionaires selling apples too.
You mean ex-billionaires, don't you?
Hey, it looks like the storm is finally letting up. Well, maybe the Sunday drivers will come out hunting for gas. Ain't many folks will pay no 18 cents a gallon.
Hey, listen, fellas, old FDR's been in Albany.
This great nation will endure, as it has endured, will revive and will prosper. So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear
around these parts.
Yes, sir. Before this depression, we sure had enjoyed special lessons.
Hold it.
But you know, it
Yes,
seems
we'll
to
run.
me that we was a mighty cocky nation.
We begun to believe that the height of civilization was an automobile, a radio, and a bathtub. Of course, now we're a whole lot smarter. Now Congress wants to trim down the Navy so it'll fit into the bathtub too. You know, it seems to me like we're the only nation in the world that waits till we get in the war before we start getting ready for it.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, I think the truth is the United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval air
Well, Rosie, think you'll ever get this old top back in the fight?
We'll sure try, sailor. Hey, what did you fellas do? Let the whole Nazi fleet use your retirement practice?
Yeah, no wonder they got us working double shifts. Great way to celebrate the holidays with our guys over there.
Cheer up, Dave. Maybe we'll all be together by next Christmas.
America, spread your golden wings, sail on freedom's wind, cross the sky. Great bird, with your golden dreams, flying high, flying high. America, you must keep dreaming now, dreaming the promise now of your pioneers. America, keep on flying now, keep your spirit free, facing new frontiers.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man. I have a dream this afternoon that the brotherhood of man will become a reality in this day, with this day.
Speed down 2.5. Clear down to 7. All forward. All forward. Drift to the right, roll. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Wind up, get down, Eagle. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Mr. Twain, what do you think of our America now?
I think the founding fathers never dreamed of an America like this.
Of course not. We weren't dreamers, we were visionaries. That is why our Constitution withstands the rigors of time.
Easy now, Dr. Franklin. This nation's still just a youngster, don't you know? Why, some countries have been around for 50 centuries. We're barely even a third.
That's true, but look what we've accomplished in that tiny span of time.
My dear Doctor, earlier you found John Steinbeck so inspiring. And he also sounded this warning. We now face the danger which in the past has been the most destructive to the human. Success, plenty, comfort, and ever-increasing leisure. No dynamic people has ever survived these dangers.
I may have invented these bifocals I'm wearing, but I can assure you they are not rose-colored. Mr. Twain, the golden age never was the present age, but with human liberty, we can fulfill the promise and meaning of America. To everyone a chance, believed Thomas Wolfe. To all people, regardless of their birth, the right to live, to work, to be themselves, and to become whatever their visions can combine to make them. This is the promise of America. Mr. Twain, it is easy to see, hard to foresee, but I foresee the American adventure to continue a long, long time.
You must be dreaming now, dreaming the promise now of your pioneers. America, keep on flying now, keep your spirit free, facing new frontiers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed our performance of the American Adventure. Now please look down and gather all your personal belongings as you exit to the left up through the open theater exit doors. We thank you for joining us here today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your stay at Epcot.
And there you have it. Another fantastic season comes to a close with a very classic Epcot attraction that, as we're coming up on the 35th anniversary of Epcot Center, no be it.
Yeah, it was one of the, I mean, I don't know if that's the original, is that the original incarnation of the American Adventure, or has it changed since Epcot opened?
It's changed a little bit. The finale scene, maybe about 10 years ago, kind of changed, but the, I want to say like the storyline is still pretty much the same.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean, because, I mean, as we saw with Ellen closing in one of our previous episodes, there's just not a lot left original of Epcot.
Or Studios.
there's nothing original left of Studios. So even though this isn't exactly as it was 35 years ago, it's still kind of similar. And that's, because when they do Epcot 35 on October 1st of this year, that's where they'll be doing it. It's at, all the panels and all that stuff is in the American Pavilion.
The panel?
You know how they have, like, the speeches and stuff that they do from, like, people.
Oh, the American Gardens Theater. Yes. But again, we want to thank all of you who have listened to every single season that we've done. Again, always thank Rob Page for pushing me to keep on doing this show, and it's kind of crazy to think in a couple months we'll be starting up season 5.
Episode 100.
And then episode 100 will be coming up soon. But, yeah, while we're gone, definitely subscribe to us on our YouTube channel.
John's actually thinking of starting a new series. He just recently put up his first day as a pass holder series. So that was from, 2004? And another series he's working on that kind of got derailed when we had the break-in was a series called Did You Know? And it's going to be like short little 1.5-minute, 2-minute episodes just featuring some cool little trivia facts of Walt Disney World. Do you want to explain it a little more, hun, since you've been working on it?
It's just you basically did it for me. It's like 2-minute short videos of just things that you might have overlooked. That's all.
Yeah, like one of the ones that we did, and I think it's really cute. It's like the little stamps on the ground at Hollywood Studios. So it was, and you'll just have to see when he uploads that.
So anyway, you can visit us at cfsas.com, where you can email the show. You can follow us on Twitter at CentralFLSAS, and you can like us on Facebook and subscribe to us up on YouTube. So, without the only thing pretty much left to say here is so long, and I'll see you real soon, and see you on season 5. So say goodbye, Emery.
Goodbye, Emery.
So long, and have a magical week, and we'll see you on the next season.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody
gets left behind
or forgotten.